Watch it.
Hit. I did watch it. I did, man. I mean, I watched some of it because it was super long. I mean,
It was.
all these OGs. I don't know what they taking. Percocets.
Yo,
I don't
come
know.
on, man. That's meth and red, man. I mean, yo, it's gonna take long, especially because they buzzed. It was 420 last week. Hallelujah.
Bruh, they was buzzed. You hear me? They was buzz. Do you see the cape? Look at the cape.
Yo, my man's fly. He's fly. Superman lover. You ain't a Redman fan?
I am a Redman fan. Now, Redman always was like the little dirty one, though.
Yeah.
Redman wasn't as fine as Method Man. So to me, Redman was like the little dirty one.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and hit him with the old school intro, man. Let's get into it. I got stuff to talk about with this, man. Let's
Good morning, and what you say? I said good morning. And welcome to Melanin Espresso, where we bring a different kind of energy, baby. Now let's show some love for your two hosts with the toast, Vince Taylor and Gina G.
Hey, good morning. Yo, what's up, Suge G? You up and good this morning? What's happening, man? Why, I thought we was gonna change the dark class. All right, you know what? It don't matter, man. We having a good time.
This was X gonna give it to you.
Yo, okay. So you saw the funeral. Well, before we
do that, go back. Yeah. Let's get.
We got stuff on the funeral, but real quick, I did want to kind of touch on our day of the year last week when we get to actually outwardly express our love for sativa. Hallelujah.
Or
I don't know if everybody else is about that life, but we about that life, and so is these two gentlemen right here, which gave us a 420 show. Ooh. This, however, my good friend Gina, was not a versus because this felt like just another leg on the Up in Smoke tour. They did not battle each other. They did not go song for song. No. They literally did what felt like MTV.
A concert.
It was a concert, man. There was nothing really that special necessarily about. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was dope to see RZA. It was dope to see some of the Wu-Tang Clan members. I know that you don't really mess with the Wu-Tang.
I came to pain the pain. Dollar bill,
y'all. What you say? I came to pain the pain. That's not the way that it doesn't go like that. Nah,
I got that from How High. Okay, I got that from How High. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, yes, sir. Mean pain, sir. Yeah, man. But I was really influenced by Method Man. When I first got into rap, so to speak, I was really down south, all that, you know what I'm saying? I was just about Scarface, you know what I'm saying? Like, Luke, you know what I'm saying? Booty music, but then it was actually a dude that gave me a Method Man and an old DV CD, that is. That put me on to but I you don't strike me as a Wu-Tang fan. Like, you don't strike me as like
I just don't know, because I don't know if it's them or if it's just him or if it's just I don't be knowing who on the song. So I think I do like Wu-Tang songs. I just don't think I know if it's Wu-Tang or if it's just a bunch of dudes. If it's just a bunch of dudes in a video, because I remember all the videos just used to be a bunch of dudes, and I'm like, okay, I don't know who's who, but Method Man is my favorite. Thank you, Lisa. He my favorite. He fine. He the one that had the weed and How High. You know what I'm saying? So I normally go for the dude with the weed versus the one that didn't have it but had the blunt. So
fair enough.
No, man. Method Man is he's sexy. I mean, I know you don't, but PT, he's sexy though.
I mean, all right, I hear you. Look, bro, I ain't here to hate. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, I could recognize when a dude is going to give me competition on the elevator if we vying for the same young lady. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and that. But Redman was like the first dude that made me laugh out loud on a CD. Like, he's so funny. Like, there's one thing that we don't really acknowledge is that some rappers, in addition to them being really, really good at spitting lyrics, some of them can make you laugh, like him and Eminem and a couple of other. ODB was like the funniest. Snoop too. That's a funny thing. His older age, Snoop Lion was real funny. I like Snoop. Yeah. Roll down the
Snoop Lion, I do.
Looking the indoor. sipping on gin and
Yeah, he turned to a reggae artist real quick.
It didn't really, I don't think it really worked out that
It
well.
didn't last.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing, man. So that happened, and there was a bunch of stuff that happened last night, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you
night.
but there was some excitement. I guess Soul won for the best animated feature.
How you go to the Oscars?
Oh, my bad. Oh,
how was you at the Oscars? We ain't even said nothing about Shock G.
Shock G. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me check the list.
See, Vince is on the road, you guys. Yeah. And but we're gonna keep it real with our family. Okay. Vince is on the road, and I don't know when he woke up, but it couldn't have been 10 minutes ago because we had a plan.
We did talk about that, and I did completely. You know what? I got excited, and I jumped the gun. I jumped the shark. My bad, Gina G.
I'm like, you told me to do the Grammys.
It was too intimidating. Like with you up here looking like one of Death Row's latest artists.
Listen to me. First of all, this is for the Rough Riders. Sir.
Oh, my bad.
Let me get into that since you forgot, because I think you forgot. It's okay, Vince.
Yeah. I completely forgot. I think it's that 420 still lagging on me.
420, even though it's 425, sir.
I mean, I had a really strong 420. You know, it was.
Yeah, your 420 is still potent. Okay, it's got you over here tripping.
Yeah, I might be 420 in right now.
I think so. Before we go on to the Grammys, y'all, there's been some more deaths in hip hop. Now, I don't know what's going on in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we need to just go ahead and start listening to country music. I don't know if we need to go ahead and just start listening to rock, because all of the rappers is gone. They leaving. They leaving, y'all.
They dropping.
Shock G.
Yeah, man, that's sad,
yo. The satin on the panties, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump.
Yeah, man. What happened? Yo, Gina, what happened to him?
Well, as of now, they just said they found him dead, man. They haven't given us any cause or anything of his death. He was 57 years old, which was actually young. A lot of people keep saying, we're losing them young. 57 is a little, it's young, but you still kind of, especially if you've done drugs or abused, substances and stuff like that in your younger days. 57 is like, bro, you made it? Like, like, wait, with the crack? Okay, I'm proud of you. So yesterday we had DMX's funeral, you guys. Well, I didn't have it, but they had it out in Brooklyn. And it was a few people that came through, you guys. But there was one gentleman, before I get to the good people, it was one dude that came through that was just real disrespectful. And the pastor had to check him. Really?
But I told him a story that happened to me, and he was a part of that story. And my name is Jungle, by the way. So I'm letting y'all know for the ones that don't know me. All right. Here's what I'm going to do, brother. My brother. Over here, my brother. First of all, no. There's order. There's respect. You violated order. You violated respect. All right? But you disrespected my house. You disrespected my house. You telling me? Regardless of how good you say, what you got to say is, you disrespected my house.
Let me tell you something. That pastor wasn't playing. Now, I don't know if that was DMX's real pastor, but if that was DMX's real pastor, now I see why DMX was barking on every prayer. Like, like now I understand, because his pastor's a G. Did you hear him?
I couldn't really hear everything he was saying, but it looked like he wasn't playing. And he stood there with the poise. You got to be careful about the lighter skin the pastor, the more deeper they tend to go at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to make up for all of that melanin that's lacking. He clearly was mad, but I don't know what old boy was. Was that D'Angelo? Who was that?
I don't know who. He said his name was Jungle. I don't know who he is.
Okay,
but I'm gonna tell you something right now. That pastor wasn't having it. So after he sat down, then we're going to go ahead and move on to the real folks. And your boy Swiss Beats, when I tell you what he said at this funeral, y'all better take heed.
I'm witnessing from my brother's passing. It was a big educational thing for me to learn. I'm glad that I got to see it at this age. A lot of people ain't your friends. A lot of people ain't your family. And I need everybody to do a will. You have to do your will. You do not want strangers, bloodsuckers, handling your business when you're not here. You want the ones that you love handling your business. But I'm gonna make sure my brother's straight. I'm gonna make sure my brother's family's straight. The thing.
Wow.
Bro. Wasn't that real?
That's real. That's real.
So, I mean, you know, some stuff went down. If he had to make that announcement, that means some stuff went down a couple days before the funeral, and he had to make it known, like, these dudes not your friends, they not your family, and write a will. Black people.
That's not an easy one to do, you know, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When I start thinking about writing a will, I'll be like, oh, this hoe gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with life insurance. Like, you're like, oh, I know I want it, but the moment I do it, that's the moment I find glass in my grits. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a weird thing. So I just wonder, like, how many of his family members was trying to argue over his stash after he left the earth? Or to sell off which one of his big screen TVs,
I'm telling you,
BK Nights, you know, I'm
telling you, bro.
It's a real thing.
It was real. These two right here are real quick, and then we're gonna move on from DMX. But I just gotta pay homage to him and respect, especially to this female right here. Y'all already know who I'm getting ready to play.
No, DMX, the way that I knew him as a man, a father, a friend,
man, to hear her get emotional, y'all. Lord Jesus. All right, last one.
I want to say my condolences to my brother DMX family, to all his beautiful kids, to Yonkers, to Rough Riders, Swiss Beats, D.Y., Eve, Locks, the whole family, Drag On, everybody. I said my piece, love. I want to say.
Now he always got to go out with some doggone. I said my piece. Love. Like, come on, Nas. Hey, Nas be doing too much.
He can't said his piece. Yo, I'm surprised he didn't drop 16. I bet you that if Drag On came up there, Drag On was going to drop 16. Me and Monty gonna beat drops because he don't get too much time. I know he be trying to steal time.
He did go up there, but he was really, really, really hurt. He didn't really get to speak as much. He was crying. You know, he was really emotional. So Drag On was able to say a few words. I mean, the funeral was, you know, I mean, it's the funeral, man. Everybody shows that they love you once you're gone. So one more time, y'all, for DMX. He is now laid to rest. I'm not gonna say I was glad his funeral was yesterday, but I'm low-key glad because I took my wig off and I was able to put this bandana on to represent for Rough Riders. So I appreciate. No, I don't appreciate the funeral.
Do you not appreciate?
I don't, but I'm glad that it happened so that I can wear my bandana today because my wig is sitting over there on the counter. I was like, man, how can I do this? How can I do this? And so, yeah, here we are today, y'all. Good morning, Rough Riders.
Hey, listen. Do it big. Do it your way. Was that Eve that got up there and was talking?
That was Evie, man. Eve.
Now, Eve, isn't she like off the grid now because she done married a whole bazillion? Don't she live like on the moon or something?
Switzerland or something. That girl Evie was like, look, the illest pit bull in the skirt got her a white man. Okay. I'm living in Switzerland, Amsterdam. I think she lives in either Switzerland or Amsterdam. She quit The View. Eve is the illest pit bull in a skirt, and she's living like now she's got a leash and a good owner.
Yo, I love Eve, man. Even though I do feel like she was a little ahead of her time when she had a little sitcom and she was trying out a whole bunch of stuff. But I don't know, man. Do you think that she gives us a good example for like is that what's hot right now? Like you know, in your career, if you get the proposal, it sounds like she accepted that indecent proposal that a lot of women turned down.
The white man
living alike.
The white man proposal.
Like a billionaire.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not turning it down. A billionaire can ask me now, and I'm married, and I'm not gonna turn it down. Okay,
baby, I'm doing it for us.
Scoot this ring over. Just scoot it up. You can put yours on top of this one, and we're gonna make this work, boo. All three of us together. Like,
oh my God.
So
you may not bring your white wife.
Don't be coming to the cookout after you done got your bills paid off.
You're out of your mind.
Lost your mind, this man. You just
leave Eve alone.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. But anyway, man, that was cool. I often get nervous about those type of funerals, man, because a lot of grief, and we keep losing folks. But fortunately, is it okay to move forward to what happened to?
Which one you gonna do now? Is it the Grammy time or is it the?
I don't know. What should we do? Should we do Grammys or should we do?
Let's leave the Grammys for last, because don't nobody really care. We just reporting.
Right, cool,
we just reporting the news. But let's get to the meat and potatoes. All these killings. Yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Okay, all right. Well, most of us probably already know. Then, unfortunately, there have been some very, very tragic things happening. Some are justifying some, and I'm curious to hear what your take on this is as well, because there have been some mixed feelings about this most recent. Now, as you all know, unfortunately, George Floyd was laid to rest last year because he was a victim of police brutality in the worst kind. The kind where a guy really thinks that he's in the right. Like, this dude is, look at him.
Look at him.
You have this whole picture. His hand is in his pocket. He is leisurely sitting there with his neck, with his knee on a man's neck, which unfortunately caused to him to die. Now, there was a court case last week that was ended up that had a lot of people on edge. We didn't know how to feel, if he was going to get one conviction, two conviction, three conviction, four. We didn't really know. But
I didn't know.
Fortunately, it looks like we did pull out a small victory with him actually getting some kind of justice by him going to jail, at least for, it looks like a bare minimum of 10 to 12
40
years.
Oh my God.
That's what they're saying. We want all of the counts, but there's 3 different counts. If he gets them all, then it's going to be a higher sentence. If not, then it may not be. But let's just hear what some of the folks are reacting when they actually
not guilty so many times. So like my mind was like, did I just hold on? Did I hear that right?
From Atlanta,
I cried. Tears of joy. Tears of joy.
To Boston.
This is a moment in history, right? That, so many people I hope look back on as a, a catalyst for good things to happen.
To Houston, where George Floyd grew up.
Something had to happen to make him understand that, man, you're not above the law.
Minutes before the verdict, outside the courthouse in Minneapolis, Bree Graham told us she couldn't even watch the trial.
It's been the constant trauma and reliving it over and over and over again. And we need to see some justice to feel like we're going somewhere.
So she and others crowded around their cell phones, struggling to hear the jury's decision. And then a wave of relief sliced through the anxiety that had been tightening for almost a year. Former officer Derek Chauvin guilty on all 3 counts.
I can't believe it.
You better make that man guilty.
Lord, don't have me out here.
Yes. Because when you talk about stand back and stand by, oh yes,
wow.
there was a whole bunch of soldiers that was ready to stand back and stand by. And what happens is, in these instances, they take out their aggression on stores, on property, on buildings, not on people. The 95% of the time, not on people.
That's right.
Not justifying it at all. I mean, I'm not here to say, look, go loot, go vandalize this.
I was ready for a TV. I was really looking for a TV. I was like, okay, cool. It's the perfect time to run to that Target. Target already said, y'all come on in here. So I was getting ready to go to Target, but it was guilty.
If you can find me a PS5 out there, I'm not going to turn it down. Hallelujah. Because I'm still on the low end of that. But yeah, man, the problem is we don't know now whether or not this sentencing is going to come through. We know the conviction actually happened and that he did, which you got to say is a good thing, right?
Yeah,
but I want to say something very quickly that is extremely important, just to make sure I didn't upload enough pictures to put this in to kind of make this all illustrative as I like to.
Yes.
But the reason why this is happening, guys, is not because we just happen to get the right jury. It's not because we just happen to have the right lawyers, or we just happen to be in the right state, the right mind, the right crime at the right time. One of the main reasons why this is happening is because of a gentleman named Keith Ellison, who is the Attorney General of Minnesota. He was voted in, elected, which made him a powerful black man in a position to pull this from under the rug that they were trying to sweep it under. Because remember, they tried to say that this was a medical a death that happened for medical reasons. All right, so keep it in your mind that if the guy who did say no, we're going to make this a state case, and took it from under the rug that it was in and actually brought it to the court, helped find the lawyers that were special attorneys for this particular case. This was all done by an elected official, which means you had to vote him in, which is why it is important to vote. You don't vote because you want a wish list. You vote because you put the people that you want in place to be there when stuff like this happens. The same thing happened in Baltimore when Freddie Gray was found dead after being put in the back of a car for simply running from the police because he didn't even know what they were asking him for. Just got scared. And then Marilyn Mosby,
like we all do.
Marilyn Mosby, the state attorney, she not only fired but actually convicted those 5 police officers, and all of them were of color. I think there was one white guy. So if those of y'all out there saying, "Oh, this is a racial thing," this has to do with people in positions of power, like the police, that are backed by the system, that are backed by the government, backed by their dollars and our tax dollars, that are coming against us in a manner that makes it feel like we're not the ones paying you. So ultimately, guys, it really comes down to voting, and not just voting for the president. You got to vote for other people like this. We just lost Ayala Aramelis here in Florida, but we did win a Monique Morel, who's a fiery candidate. So I just want to make sure that y'all understand that this didn't happen by chance. This is what happens when you vote the right way. And the folks up in Minnesota deserve a hand clap and some flowers delivered to them, because it's because of y'all that the world saw this case turn into what it did turn into. So thank you, voters of Minnesota.
How much time he gonna get? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Well, what they're saying is that he should get, Mr. Our good friend, the lawyer Benjamin Crump is saying that there may be about 20 years. Plus
I want 20 years of rape. I want 20 years of busted booty every day on the yard. I need y'all to bust his booty every day. You understand me? I need y'all to bust his booty for 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Everybody get a turn to bust his booty for 9 minutes. Do y'all understand me? So if y'all know any of y'all homies, y'all cousins, Ray, Kiki, James, Earl, any of them that you know in Minnesota, you let them know that he needs to get his booty busted for 9 minutes and 48 seconds every day.
Oh my God. Yes. I second the notion. Not typically a fan of involuntary sexual acts, but when it comes to Derek Chauvin, I say, my people, have at it. Because when a dude looks like this, I don't know if it's hard.
Easy to bust his booty. Don't bust his booty. It's easy.
But good grief, man. But he does have a soft face. It looks like it's right for the smacking. You know what I mean? So
the thing that killed me though, Vince, it killed me when the verdict was read. Your boy was looking like, who, me? Wait, my white ass is getting ready to go to jail?
He looked like he knew. He looked like he could care less. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, all right.
No, he didn't. I'm telling you, when you got to watch it, when that man eyebrow, he gave us the rock champ eyebrow. When they said guilty, your boy eyebrow went up like, really? Well, you got to watch it, bro. Like, you have to watch it and watch his reaction. He was sitting there like this. Like, I know y'all ain't talking about me. Not white privilege. Not white privilege.
Well, he really did have that privilege. I mean,
look at him.
From what they're even investigating, and they're finding out that this isn't even his first time kneeling on somebody. There was another young man's neck who he kneeled on, they say, for 17 minutes. And even though he didn't die, they're investigating like the depth of his trifleness.
I love that trifleness.
Trifleness. Just completely trifle.
Just King Triton.
Just trifle, Tritonness.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's all right. One of us went to college. But look, I totally understand that it happened. And like Lisa was saying, it makes me cry because it's like tears of joy. And then also like we had to go through all of this. Like, this is what we needed when our boy Rodney King got beat down. We needed this. Y'all had videotape then. I just think now the world was too big. And then I don't know if you watch what what's the little ugly boy name on Fox News?
Who, Tucker Carlson?
Tucker. Oh, Lord Jesus. Tucker said that we as a people intimidated the juror.
Yes.
So that's why they found him guilty. Other than that, he wouldn't have been found guilty. First of all, I just want y'all to know, if y'all see Tucker, I need him to get it too for 9 minutes. Because he be tripping. But he says we were not like intimidated. We were just ready. It's sad when you're so used to something that you're just preparing yourself for the worst news. It's like we wasn't ready to riot, but we was just like, all right, come on, because we already know that he's not guilty. Y'all gonna go and let him walk home today. So just hurry up and let us know. That's why we were so shocked. Like we couldn't. We were like, wait, what?
Yeah,
so,
like old boy said it. Yeah, he said it just like that.
I've heard not guilty so many times, so like my mind was like, did I just? Hold on, did I hear that?
It's just like, yeah, that's how I felt. Because I mean, this is a lot of weird things. I mean, different things happen. This is one of the few instances in which the police department actually testified against one of their own. You know, typically they say there's what they call a blue wall, where they just, you know, it's kind of like a gang. You know, they look, you know, you don't speak. The game is to be sold out to be told, and they don't talk on each other. And so, in this case, his colleagues testified against him, including his police chief. So that worked out for the better. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that these type of incidents are no longer going to take place. If you've been watching anything, then you notice that while this case was happening, was happening, a young lady, unfortunately, did fall victim to what some would consider police violence, but this one may be a different case. I don't know. You tell me how you feel.
Hey. What's going on? Hey, what's going on? Hey, get down, get down, get down, get down.
It all happened in seconds. A police officer opens fire, shooting and killing 16-year-old Ma'Khia Bryant as police say she lunged at someone with a knife. The chaotic moments before the shooting captured by the officer's body camera. Tonight, the city of Columbus releasing 2 911 calls that prompted their response Tuesday afternoon.
Amy, you need to talk to me.
We got these grown girls over here trying to fight us, trying to stab us, trying to put our hands on our grandma. Get here now.
City officials also released extended body camera footage from the officer who shot Bryant. Columbus police identified as Nicholas Reardon. As seen on his body cam video, when Reardon arrives, he quickly gets out of his patrol car and runs toward a group in a driveway of a home. That's when Ma'Khia Bryant moves toward another person, appearing to push her to the ground. Reardon can be heard shouting to get down, and that's when the girl appears to lunge at another female in pink. The officer shouts to get down several times, then fires his gun. 4 shots can be heard on the tape.
No, you ain't shoot my baby. You shot my baby.
Police released this slowed-down version of the body camera footage as well. It shows what appears to be a knife in Bryant's hand as she raises it above her head toward the person wearing pink. After
this is a little tough to watch, but I have a question for you. Is this in that same realm? Okay, we have a little bit of a different situation here. All right. Now, just at the outset, let's just admit that nobody ever wants to see anybody killed or even harmed violently at the hands of the police, right? Nobody wants to see that, especially when it comes, unfortunately, due to the history that we've all traumatically been through. When we see white people do anything, even look in a disparaging way towards
with an AK-47 down the street,
stuff like that. When we have what seems to be inequality in the streets, like you said with Kyle Rittenhouse, who basically killed 2 people up in Kenosha and was able to walk holding his AR rifle in the air past police as they went past.
He had to tell on himself. Because wasn't nobody.
And not only that, but he was able to go home and they told him to turn himself in. And he was there with his mom. That's a whole other story. Not to mention when Dylan Roof killed 9 people in the church and walked out and was offered Burger King. There's a whole host. I mean, the Joker, the guy who killed in the movie theater in Aurora, was I remember. Back safely. However, this is in the act, right? So this is in the act. So my question for you, Gina, is when you see that last part and you see her holding up her knife like this, and looking like she's basically about to stab, who knows, fatally, maybe in great harm. If that knife was about to go into your son, okay, would you feel a little different about this situation? Would you want to do anything it took to make sure that your son was not killed or harmed in any way, shape, or form, even if it meant bodily harm to his assailant?
Now I'm going to say this with all due respect. I do watch a lot of movies. Okay. I watch a lot of movies. And in those movies, officers attack people. They tackle them. They ram them like football stars, things of that nature. So for me watching this video and in this incident, I feel like, first of all, bro, you pulled up to the scene. You don't even know what's going on. Like you pulled up, you got a call. First of all, you new to the force. I heard he ain't even been on there that long. I really feel like it was just mayhem. Okay. Now I do believe in tasers. Okay. I don't necessarily believe that it had to be deadly force. It's so hard, Vince, you know what I'm saying? Because I would have shot a little behind, but then he had to shoot it in the chest 4 times. When I know police officers, when they're on their way to places, they're hearing the dispatcher, they're hearing everything. And I know you're hearing that there's girls.
Right.
Okay. Teenagers, girls. So for me, I don't think I would have, as a police officer, came to that disturbance with my gun drawn, ready to shoot whoever. Because dispatcher is letting me know that, of course, these are some girls out here fighting, something's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly, Vince, I don't know if I would have used my gun per se. I think a hit in the kneecap, this little girl would have fell to the ground and the gun and the knife would have failed and everything. Honestly. Now to do 4 shots in the upper torso, where you almost could have shot the other young lady who almost got stabbed, because he could have shot her too, Vince. Honestly, he could have shot her too. So to me, it's a lose-lose situation. To me, yes, she was wrong for having a knife. Yes, looked like she was getting ready to stab the girl. So I do believe that there should have been something. So don't get me wrong. I don't think he should have just came out the car and was like, "Hey guys, stop." No.
Right.
But I feel like he just got out ready to bust a cap in somebody. If it makes sense. It don't seem like there was no. I mean, it happened so quick too, Vince. And then if you look at this video, there's a gentleman who kicks the girl who got pushed down. Like there's a lot going on. There's a gentleman that kicked the girl who fell down on the floor. So he ain't even, that officer ain't looking at nothing but that knife.
Yeah. Well,
but
I think
there's pepper spray, there's pepper spray, there's tasers. He could have did like a full, I don't know, willy-nilly, I don't know what it's called, but with the hand out and the I don't know, Vince. I think that the officer was, to me, seriously though, a little trigger, like he was a little trigger happy because he got out, he's got his hand out, Why is your hand on your gun when you see that nobody has a gun?
Well, all right, let me challenge you there real quick.
Help me, because
the 911 call, and I think it's about to come up here. You'll see that in the dispatch, the young lady who called actually says there's grown women over here trying to fight us. They're trying to fight my grandma. They're trying to stab us. So it's not that they pulled up on the scene and had no idea what was going on at all. They were clued to the fact that there was somebody there that was already violent in action. Again, please don't mistake explanations for excuses. All right. So understand, guys, when I discuss things, it's not to justify. Sometimes it's a matter of just understanding and explaining the whole entire situation. Picture. So when you see him pull up with his hand on his hip, it's because there's some violent stuff going on at that point. And this is the part that I think we really miss out on. This is their training. Okay. So this is how they're trained. Now, what we can say to challenge that is, well, there was 2 other cops with them. Why didn't they immediately whip out their guns if that's how they was trained? Well, I agree. And that's where the problem, I think, lies. It would have been great to have Brody on this morning. I forgot we should have hit Brody up. Brody, I don't know.
But there was other cops. There was other cops there.
But the other cops, from what I understand, was looking at him like, yo, bro, why you even, you know what I'm saying? Did you really have to do that? At this point in time, at this point in time, it's you're right. This is a lose-lose situation for this cop, because if he slows down, because it does appear, if you look close,
she was getting ready to stab her ass.
This was a life and death situation. Somebody was about to get hurt.
Somebody was about to get hurt.
And if you look real close, you'll see that she wasn't just having a knife in her hand. She was cocked back, ready to do something. I don't know if she was really going to go through with it, but could he really? I mean, look, the chick looked like she's foaming at the mouth. I ain't going to say, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say she deserved to die. I definitely don't think she deserved to die. There's way too many of us dying, especially nowadays, especially at the hand of folks that are supposed to be saving us.
Right.
But the problem is, in this instance, the difference between this one and George Floyd is that there is an active violence,
situation going on,
you know
and I understand that,
which makes it a little tougher. Doesn't justify it, but I think I have what I believe is a solution. I don't want to say a solution, an easy, quick solution, but I think we may be looking in the wrong place for our solutions on this one, Gina.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think you're right.
Can I tell you what I think real quick?
Come on, give it to me.
All right. In instances like this is when I really like to think, what country are we living in?
Huh.
All right. Because if last I checked, we was in the United States of America. And in the United States, we have done some pretty astounding things. As a gentleman who used to work for NASA, I can tell you that we've sent some space telescopes into the void of the universe that are sending us back pictures from light years away. We landed multiple devices and machines on the Mars planet this year. We are constantly out in the International Space Station. Why is it that we cannot, as a country that makes these great things, make some sort of bullets or something that is not necessarily going to cause death? I think it's about time we start laying the onus on technology and not on folks, because people are going to do what they're trained to do. I think that it's possible to create a non-lethal weapon to stop assailants.
They have
I think that our engineers need to get on this. Yes, they do. In riot gear, they have these things. And ultimately, think about this. When you get shot with a bullet, you stop whatever's going on. I don't know if you've ever been shot before. If you get shot, you stop. It don't matter. You don't know whether you get about to die. You don't know what's going on. It could be a bean boy. It could be peas. It could be
a paintball, a paintball gun.
Paintballs, like that, like for real. Like you get shot with some.
I'm down. Pimp down. Pimp 22.
Yeah.
Got blood in my perm.
Peanut butter down. Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Stand down. We got stand down here. Man down. But nah, man, yo, this for real. Like I think that we may be at an instance in which the turning point may not reside in everybody changing their hearts and changing the laws. We may have to change the tech. I think it's about time, like not to go too nerdy on you, but like in Star Trek, where they have phasers, that they have stun and they have lethal. I think that is not too much to ask for us to have some sort of weapon that our police are armed with that will stop you but not kill you.
We do.
It may even cause you harm. You know, they tried that with Elijah McClain. Unfortunately, it did end up killing him. With lethal, medication and whatnot. But I think that it is possible to have a median be somewhere between the policemen individually in their heart and what's in their mind, and actually training folks to use non-lethal force. But right now, there is no between. Gina, there's
a taser.
Old boy said,
there's a taser. They pepper sprayed the crap out of us during protests. There is things in place that are non-lethal for police officers.
Right.
Now, the thing is, are they going to use it? This gentleman had a taser, Vince, but he chose to take out his gun.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the old girl, she couldn't even, I didn't know. I thought it was a taser, but it was really a gun. So there are things. It's a mixture of both. It's really a mixture of both, Vince. I'm with you on finding something non-lethal. But I believe we kind of already have these things. But I feel that this situation, though, is just a lose-lose.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose situation. There should not be. First of all, the young lady was a foster child, and I guess her foster sisters or whatever the dispute was.
Yeah.
There had to have been, when you hear that there's somebody over here fighting, there's some people over here trying to fight some kids, some grown women trying to fight my grandma. There's a knife. I'm not going over there with my gun ready to blast. That's just me.
That's
You know, that's all I'm saying. Like I get it. I know that, you know, like I know it sounds violent, but sir, if you go to a bank robbery where they got hostages, hell yeah. Now you get that call, you better go on that call with your guns drawn and ready. But when you get a call that there's some girls trying to fight, somebody's got a knife, they're trying to harm my grandmama, you got to think about it. Obviously, there's kids out there, there's a grandmama out there. Now, why the hell I had to go up there and just start blasting? He literally could have shot the girl in the pink, honestly, though. He really could have shot her.
That's my point, though. They don't train them to because here's what they would say. Here's what the police department actually said, because this was posed to them in the press conference. It was like, well, why didn't they just shoot her in the leg? Why didn't they shoot her? And they said, well, because police are trained to aim at the largest body mass so as to avoid there being innocent bystanders that could be clipped if they miss aiming for a finger or for an arm. That's the excuse. I'm not, again, not justification, explanation. All right. Not trying to, there's a difference between excusing and explaining. I'm not excusing anything at all. But that's one of the issues. So this gentleman is one of the many that are going to end up getting off because of the way that they're trained. He's going to point to his training, and they're going to, unlike Derek Chauvin, who everybody in their department is like, nah, bro, we don't get down like that. This guy, he's going to have the backing of his department. Like, look, what did you want him to do? And you know what they're going to be able to say? They're going to be able to say, we saved lives that day.
Yep, that day.
The young lady who was about to kill somebody, which we can argue whether that was the case or not. The young lady that was about to kill, they could even say, even though this behind said something like Blue Lives Matter. I think somebody said something like Blue Lives Matter.
Oh my God! Wait till I play this. Wait till I play this video. Go ahead, keep that, because I'm gonna show you.
Again, blue lives don't exist because once you go home, you take off that blue life and you or whatever life it is underneath your uniform. And again, I thought, and people always tell me, like, if you got to put a color in front of a matter, something lives matter, then that means you are something. You know, I don't want to call it racist, but some people try to call that. But the fact of the matter is, the whole system. You know, there was this chant that we used to shout when we was marching for Philando's Conceals up in Minneapolis. It's like, the whole damn system is guilty as hell. Enough. We got to send these killer cops to jail. This instance, I think, is going to be a little more difficult because, unfortunately, the video shows that he did
aggressive girl
stop her from committing an act of violence.
Right. But I mean, it's just, and because he's going to get away with it, it's going to be more incidents like this. Peep this out, BT.
Oh, y'all going to kill me like Ma'Khia Bryant?
Are you going to stab somebody like her?
No, she called y'all for help. You talking about, get your goof. Okay. And you just said that on camera, on viral.
So we're going to get that type of, what is it called? You know, like, not entitlement. I don't know what to call it right now because my mind.
Yeah.
But
bravado.
But sir, are you for real, sir? So the dude is like, so you gonna kill me like you killed? He's like, are you gonna try to stab somebody like she tried? See what I'm saying? So this is the Vince, but you're a police officer. Shut your ass up. Why is you saying anything to these patriots? You are at work right now, sir. But you're at work.
You see, the problem is police officers have long since abandoned the Chick-fil-A rule, which is to treat everybody like a customer, you know what I'm saying, and to make you comfortable. I can tell you right now, I had one of the most uncomfortable conversations with my cousin, who I'm not going to say his name, but he's a St. Louis police officer, all right, around the time of Mike Brown's passing, when Ferguson was on fire, and I was headed back just to see what I can do in the community up in Canfield in North County. And I called my cousin and just to make sure he was okay, because he was getting death threats because he's a police officer, this, that, and the third. And I say, yo, cuz, man, it's real messed up what they did to Mike Brown. He's like, he better be glad it wasn't me, because I would have unloaded the clip on him. I was like, cuz, what did you talk about? Like, yo, you know, we black. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to say? And then this is when he took me down this road, Gina. And I'm not, again, not explaining, not excusing, just explaining. He says, listen, cuz, you know I'm black and I love my people, but y'all don't have any idea what it is that we go through when we out in these streets. You don't know how many of my colleagues have been killed trying to write a ticket to somebody. How many of them walked up to a door thinking that they were handling some simple domestic dispute that got stabbed in the leg or have been vitally injured because they were not prepared for the violence that ensued thereafter they began that whole ordeal. So I'm not trying to justify any of that. I'm not even saying it's right. I'm just saying that there is a realm that exists psychologically and experience-wise that we as just common folks that are not police officers and soldiers and military men just simply don't experience experience. And without that experience, we don't know what it's like to pull up to the scene and have something like this. I think this dude should have had a taser. I think this dude should have had pepper spray. I think he should have had rubber bullets. I think it should have been everything else that would have given him more options. But the fact of the matter is the police departments are training them to do exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why he's going to get off. That's the whole mentality within the fraternity of the police.
Your cousin talking to you on a solo dolo tip, explaining how he felt is different.
Agreed.
But your ass is right here, out here serving the community with your ugly ass. And I am paying your check. So what you're not going to do while you're at work is say anything disrespectful to me. Because even me working at Chick-fil-A, I can't just say something just because you say, if you say, girl, what you going to do? Throw my sauce like you did the next car? It ain't up to the cashier to be like, oh, but is you gonna throw your napkin first? If you throw your napkin, then I'm gonna throw my sauce. No, your job is to say, no, ma'am, have a nice day.
You're right. You're right.
His job, not your cousin, because how your cousin feels talking to you on the phone is completely. He was being real with you. He was really telling you how he felt. And that's understandable. But this niglet right here, excuse me.
Oh, y'all gonna kill me like Ma'Khia Bryant?
Are you gonna stab somebody like her?
No, she called y'all for help.
Okay, wait, real quick. But see how as soon as we was like, no, wait a minute, wait. Don't you, hold on, sir. She called y'all for help. So, and then it's just like, wait, but y'all like, what? So to me, that right there was out of order. He was on duty. And I don't care what happened that night before. If you didn't get none, if your kids messed up or they scratched the refrigerator, your wife was like, not tonight. I don't care what the situation was. You are here to serve the people. And me as a people right now is scared because I see how you pulling up on this situation. So I'm just asking you to please not shoot me like you just shot the other girl. And you gonna tell me what you gonna try to say. Oh, no, see.
Yeah. I would have got upset. Some of these cops, man, some of them have, mouths and they speak back. And
he looked real light skinned. He looked real light skinned.
Yeah. There's definitely some sort of resentment.
Black cops showing out for the white.
Yeah. They used to call him cornbread back in high school. You know what I'm saying? They used to, probably tease him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Give him the brown paper bag test. Wasn't allowed to come to the right lunch table. Right. Eyes wasn't the right shade. Hair wouldn't throw up right.
Paper bag test.
Hold on, bro. Nah, man, you a little too. You off white. We looking for a dark beige for this lunch table.
You too topey for this. You too topey.
Too topey. Yeah, man. So that's one of the things, man. I mean, because we still getting over Dante Walker and him being accidentally killed because the taser wasn't, taser danger, blah, blah, blah. So these instances of trauma are circulated and they're not going anywhere. And I happen to think that in addition to the legislation, in addition to retraining, in addition to all the things that they can do, I frankly think that the real answer that we're going to end up landing on is tech. And I think we're going to have to develop non-lethal bullets and put them non-lethal ways of restraining assailants. And that's just going to have to be incorporated in police training.
They just need to think about I'm sorry. All they got to do is just think that everybody's white. And everybody will go home. They need to get them some glasses. They need to get every police officer some glasses that show white people. Whenever they look, it's just white people, white people, white people, white people, white people, white people, white people.
Everybody be okay. All right.
That's the technology, man. That's the technology. I'm saying. That's the technology. Some goggles.
White vision.
White vision, Vince. Yeah.
White vision. Just hold on. You got to. Okay. All right. Taser, gun, white vision. All right. Let's
go. And I guarantee you, with your white vision on, no one else will get shot. Everyone will get Burger King. Everyone will get treated with respect after they killed someone, or even just not having a broken tail light. Guess what, man? They'll go home because they're white. White vision. Oh my God. White vision.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
You named them though. Just remember, it's your name, okay? I came up with the idea.
All right, I'll cop to it.
It's 10% on the
yo, flag on the play. This is only being taped for recording for training purposes. This ain't gonna be put out there like that.
white vision goggles for police officers.
Speaking of white vision, man, I don't know if you saw this, but as of recently, there was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a oh Lord, tell me I did. Yeah, did you know that some of the white people that have been in our vicinity for a little while actually are educated in some of the black arts?
With a dance though, do you know how to do the butt? Quest, turn it up. Come on, let's see it. Let me see you do the butt. Let's see it.
Gina, get your auntie. Somebody tell Mrs. Somebody tell Mrs. 101 Dalmatians that you got to put your hands all the way to your knees when you do the butt. You can't just have your hands hippity dippity hippity. Oh,
that was great. I love it. I
don't know. It's something cringeworthy. Yeah, you love it. You love it.
She had her gown on. Okay, look how beautiful she looks. And then she looking at L'Oreal like, hold on, the butt. I know that one. Hold on, that's this one.
She
just couldn't get down low, Vince. You know she's about 70.
She would have ripped that
70,000 years old. Yeah, she's 70,000. Well DeVille.
She probably keep a seamstress on.
The dance though. Do you know how to do the butt? Quest, turn it up.
Now, I wasn't going to play the whole thing, but it's a little long. But she actually does get into the history of the song, the name of the band that plays it, where it comes from, the music, all of that, bro. She went in. So, I mean, we ain't got time to play the whole thing, but she shocked the hell out of me when I saw the little clip.
I love it. I love it. I mean, it's Cruella DeVille. You know what I'm saying? Like how you going to get mad at her? I wasn't even mad at her when she was stealing the dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I appreciate her being an ally. We appreciate.
Can I tell her a couple things that happened last night? I think you got a couple things too, don't you?
From the Grammys? Mm-hmm. I mean, the Oscars. I'm sorry, not the Grammys.
Like that. Yeah. Well, last night, for those of y'all didn't know, our movie Soul, as I tried to say earlier, actually did pull out a win, which I think is dope because I frankly think that this gentleman is one of the most talented comedians in our time. Period.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Jamie Foxx, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Foxx, formerly known as Wanda, who did have the pleasure of playing the lead character in this Disney movie Soul, was awarded with Disney's, I think it was most best animated picture or something of that sort. I might be getting that a little bit wrong.
Yeah, I got it for you. Don't worry about that.
Something like that. So that happened last night. I thought that was pretty dope. I think Jamie Foxx is the most talented comedian of our generation. And why I say that? Not just because he's funny, he can act. Remember, he did win an Academy Award with Ray. He also had CDs that he sang on, his actual voice, not auto-tune, and he's doing all of these things with game shows. You know, I mean, he did Tom Cruise kind of dirty, but other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Deserves to be done dirty, but yeah, him and his science. But Jamie, now with my problem with the movie, which was a very good movie, it was really a lot of subliminals. I don't know if people watch things like I watch things, but I was watching it with my son, and my son broke down some stuff in that movie, and I was just like, "What?" You know, the lost souls, and like, I mean, it was pretty heavy. Honestly, it's a really heavy movie. But he wasn't black. The whole movie.
Okay, all right. You subscribe to that. Okay, yeah. My friend Tiki is on the same tip.
I will say, although they had a black lead in that movie, the lead was led by a white girl. Yeah, you know the ghost, his friend, the little spirit that was with him.
Well, yeah. I mean, she wasn't the lead. I mean, on the call list, she's number 2.
Yeah, she.
And I think that you know, I had this debate on another broadcast where we were talking about the difference with this movie and other movies as it pertains to it showing black men in as a feeble character. Like he was a strong guy, and then he ends up being a cat. You know what I mean? And then and his white counterpart in the movie ends up being in his body, which kind of confused everything. And I think that the issue that a lot of folks had was that it did involve a white lady embodying that. And that it did, why be a cat instead of like, a bull or something strong or something like that. And there's a lot of stuff.
Why not just stay black?
Well, because this is, it's obviously, I won't say obviously, but in this instance, which is a Disney movie, typically Disney's movies, unfortunately, have transformed their people into different type of people. And I'm not agreeing with it.
Princess and the Frog.
The Frog, all right, but they don't seem to do it always, right? Like Frozen, they stayed white all the way to the end. Aladdin, they were Middle Eastern all the way to the end. Even Jungle Book,
Cinderella.
So yeah, you could always argue that's an issue. I will say that I did still enjoy the movie. All the subliminals included. It was definitely issues, and I definitely enjoyed this movie right here, which did win some Academy Awards as well.
Yes, I haven't watched
Judas and the Black Messiah, which was heralded last night. You haven't watched it? Oh, okay. Well, you definitely should, man. This movie, if you are a fan of, you have to watch this movie. If you're a Lakeith Stanfield fan, if you ever watched anything that he was in, then this will definitely show that he does have a broad range when it comes to his acting ability, especially Daniel Kaluuya. Because you always get a little nervous when somebody has a British accent and they playing somebody from Chicago. You sitting there watching and go,
you say mate one time, it's gonna be a problem. I have a video. I don't know if you through with that, but I have a video real quick of your boy accepting his speech last night, and it was hilarious. Do y'all understand me? Which, first of all, I gotta say, I haven't seen the movie, but both of those brothers is just some dope actors. They have done some dope body of work in their short period of time being in Hollywood. So I'm forever grateful. But this fool, look at this fool's speech, y'all.
Like, it's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you understand? I'm here. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy to be alive. So I'm going to celebrate that tonight. Do you understand?
This man said, my mom and my dad, they had sex. And they had sex. And now I'm here. Can you believe it? Like, can you believe it? And his mama was like, Lord Jesus.
Yo.
My child came on.
You know your mom give you that look when she's in the choir and you in the pew and
Watch your face, Vince. Watch your face.
It's incredible. My mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. Like, do you understand? I'm here. You know what I mean? So I'm so happy to be alive. So I'm going to celebrate that tonight. Do you understand?
She looked like did he just say that?
What is this? I hope they African because it'll be so dope. It's like, why is he up there telling the people about the sex? Do not have the sex. So this is so common that people don't have the sex. Why don't you talk about this? And the sister, I'm assuming that's his sister. She's like, yeah, what is wrong with this dude? Like, oh my God, like, I cannot believe.
I'm so glad it wasn't me. I'm so glad it wasn't me because Mama would have got me.
We just not have the sex.
I'm telling you. Who says that though? Like my mom and my dad had sex, and then I'm here. Like this is so exciting.
I'm here. And I am very happy to be here.
I'm very happy to be here. But there's been some other stuff going on, y'all. Look at my girl. I'm so proud of Regina King.
Yes,
I am so proud of Regina King. I mean, y'all, this goes to show that you can play a hood chick. I mean, this is from Boys in the Hood, from Friday, all the way down to just Oscar-winning award. I mean, just look at her, y'all. Woo!
Yes.
Now,
I don't know. Whole award.
I don't know.
Don't forget 227 too.
Yeah, 227 because she was a little rough with them curlers in her bang. But Halle Berry,
Al.
We love you, okay? And you be looking good, but I'm gonna need you to get those Matilda bangs out of here. When you come to the Oscars, no more. You understand me?
Come
on, BT. Look at these damn bangs.
Yo, I'm not mad at them.
I'm mad at the bangs.
No, bro. So she got a hair helmet on. Ain't nothing wrong with being protective of your scalp.
This is ridiculous.
Come on, man. Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
It do.
Like Dora got lost. She couldn't.
She looked like one. You remember back in the day, used to have them burst, like one of those little drinks that you pull up the top. Like she looked like she looked like one of them Kool-Aid drinks. As you say, I ain't mad though. I ain't mad. You can't hate Halle Berry. I am. There's no way you can hate.
I am. Moving on.
Ooh,
our favorite.
Yes, my chocolate milk of magnesia. Yes.
Angela Bassett.
I'm so clean.
That look over the shoulder. That's that look over. That's that, yeah. You know I'm 60. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm fine. You know I didn't have my own kids. You know I had a surrogate mother. That's why my body is still looking good.
Yo, that's low blow, man. You don't know what kind of things going on with her sister.
She had a surrogate.
Yeah,
her children were. She tells you she didn't carry any of her children. So I'm just saying, don't be out here thinking you're gonna have an Angela Body Bassett with 6 kids, because it's not gonna happen.
Hey, look, I can't hate on Angela, because I did the same thing and I haven't had any of my children. You know what I'm saying? I put it all on the wife.
Let me put these bangs back up.
We kind of got
And last but not least, you guys, it's been some rumors. Rumors
circulating. No, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
It's been some rumors circulating rumors of Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, ASAP.
No way, bruh.
I think it's called what they call it, Rihanna Sap,
Riri,
or Riri Sap, or Riri A, or something like that. But let me just tell y'all something real quick about this relationship, because people are hating on it. They talking about he ain't good enough for Rihanna or whatever. True. First of all, Rihanna smoked blunts every day. So let's keep it real of who she really is.
And
Stop
why not?
Thinking that she is this person that y'all see on TV. Rihanna is smoking blunts and eating noodles like everybody else, because that's what you do when you smoke blunts. You find the nearest pack of noodles. You find a hot Cheeto bag. So I'm gonna need y'all to stop putting these celebrities on pedestals and making it seem like she can't have a regular dude. Like ASAP Rocky, if he treats her right, you know what I'm saying, taking her down on a regular basis, who cares that he is not as a big celebrity as Rihanna? Because y'all know right now, you can't tell because she got lipstick on. She got her Fenty by Riri on. But I'm telling you right now that this girl smokes blunts on a regular. Okay? Yes. So let's not get that confused. And she probably eat white Wonder Bread from time to time. So y'all stop trying to act like this girl can't have a dude that's not a billionaire or you know, this basketball star. ASAP, hold it down. I'm telling you right now, if Riri come up to me, it's going DD. Okay, you understand me? It's going Dizzle.
And I will be right there with my camera, making sure that we don't forget ever.
You're gonna get your white goggles on. That's what you're gonna be.
I might be. You know what I'm saying? I'll be picturing y'all in white girl skin. Now, but listen, every Oprah needs a Stedman. You know, so it's nothing wrong, Riri. We're going out there. There's lots of us. In fact, you can have more than one. That's the beauty of being in that position. Why not expand your horizons, Riri? Have a whole starting 5. Get the whole Rockies. Go ahead and bring Ferg Rocky, ASAP Ferg on that bill. You know what I'm saysaying? Why not?
You know what? Don't be like Lori.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, put them on there. Sprinkle a little bow wow. You know what I'm saying? Get him back together. Because everybody in the industry is going to benefit from being in proximity to Rihanna. Let's just keep it real. I know every night is like, oh my God, dude.
I can't believe I'm smoking blunts.
Dude, I just hit a blunt.
Hey, yo, Riri, roll up. Hey, yo, roll up.
It's like, dude, Rihanna, I hate to be nasty, but Rihanna just came inside on my face, and like, I just have to tell you about it. Like, I can't believe it. Like, it's still on my, orifice. Like, I still feel it. Like, I'm gonna bring it over, bro. I'm never gonna wash my mouth ever again. Like, it's going. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if Rihanna is, there's nothing that can go wrong in that situation.
That conversation was not right. That was clearly Vince having a conversation with himself. Yeah. Wipe it up. Roll the blunt. But no, in real life, you guys, love is love. We're gonna make sure that we have our white goggles on when we're out and about. We want to just make sure we shout out DMX. I mean, I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that Kanye actually is, of course, making a sweatshirt, making something for all the benefits to go to DMX's family. And y'all just got to give it up for hip hop, because they really pulling together in these times, losing all their homies in real life. Like, they're really all pulling together. So it's we out here, y'all. We out here. We dodging the popos. We dodging death. We dodging COVID. Just be safe and be careful out there in these streets, whether it be from COVID or from the popos, y'all.
Yeah,
because as you know, they gonna come. It's coming regardless.
Yeah, and just unity is what we want to preach, guys. So definitely, man, the way that the hip hop community is sticking together, the same way we want to stick together in all of our other realms, at your co-work, at your work, at your house, you know, even when you do gigs together, like me and Gina and my man Los, was able to kind of stick together doing our thing the other week when we was over in Bow-Key, hollering at your people over in Sanford. Rest in peace to Trayvon and everybody else that walked the streets over there, man. I do got to give it up to my man Los for catching Gina in such a different position. Like, this is an interesting pose, Gina. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're giving me heavy Optimus Prime. This looks like a Transformer type of pose that I'm seeing here. I was wondering if you ever have ever considered, I don't know, dressing up like Optimus Prime for Halloween, or maybe being Bumblebee or something like that. G, I was just just curious if that's ever.
I really hate you. And just know, if I ever come to your house, I'm not gonna have on my white goggles. I want to know that you're black behind. Get everything you deserve, okay? I want you to get everything you deserve, okay?
I'm just curious, you know, which Transformer are you, Gina? Like, are you like
I cannot
a jet or like a car? Or I just thought it was pretty cool how
by your skills. They're quite impressive. Could you send me that picture though?
I got you.
Quite impressive.
Well, I think that's all for today. Oh, I got something to talk to you about real quick, but we'll talk after this. As far as everything else, guys, thank y'all so much. Make sure you look us up on Spotify as usual, and coming soon to Audible. I've just been made aware that we are coming soon to Audible as well as SoundCloud. So we're getting our names and getting our numbers and getting our repertoire out there. So make sure y'all check us out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in Melanin Espresso. You see everything come up. And check us out everywhere. We're going to be all over the place. So that's what it is. Instagram too. Gina's hot on Instagram. But that's all I got for today. Gina, anything on the way out, sis?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Rough Rider.
Hey, Rough Rider.
You know what? I'm pushing the button. I'm ending this.
No, wait, y'all, let me do the thing. And this is Melanin Espresso. Oh, Gina wasn't ready.
Good morning.
Good morning. Like, comment. Please comment. We putting up comments. I got a tattoo on the shoulder too, but I don't want to go through the process of zipping it down. Ching ching, Apple TV. Yes. Ching ching, Roku TV. Ching ching, Amazon Fire.